Hey everyone, this is NinjaTalks, about to do part 1 of Insane up to the Barbarian boss, and I am going to show you in this walkthrough how to actually complete Insane. So first, you're going to want to pick a character who you are comfortable with playing. It could be any of your favorite characters. Just make sure they have beaten normal already and are at a pretty decent level. We are going to be able to level them up at the trolls on Insane once you get up to that part, but this part is only up to the Barbarian boss. So first, you're going to want to go to the Blacksmith. I suggest using Bipolar Bear, because Bipolar Bear, once you weaken them to a certain amount, he'll be right here. He actually finishes them off for you. And on Insane, all the characters have an enormous amount of HP and deal a lot of damage. So the Bipolar Bear will actually come in handy. Also, I would suggest using the axe, this one, the horned weapon. It has critical, it gives you 5 strength and +2 defense. The critical will also come in handy because you will, if the critical lands, will need less hits to actually defeat the monsters. Once you beat normal and everything, it'll be right here under the Barbarian boss. Insane will unlock, but before we get into Insane, go to the Thieves store and buy 5 potions. You're gonna want to buy at least 3 potions, but I would suggest buy 5. If you don't have the money, just go and beat a Barbarian boss, collect it, and buy 5 potions. You are going to need a lot of potions for Insane since they deal a massive amount of HP. Once you're ready, just click Insane mode. You can easily exit to the map and start home castle. Watch the cutscene, you can't skip it. Once he flies away, like normal, you'll just come out. So on Insane, I would suggest keeping them in the air for as long as possible. Once the Bipolar Bear hovers over them, that means that you have dealt enough damage for them to actually be defeated. If you didn't defeat them, the Bipolar Bear will just finish them all for you. That's why he hovers over them, just to finish off your kills. Which is actually good because you won't have to worry about finishing them off, and you could also know when to stop comboing. So as you see, they deal around 38 to 40 damage just on regular strikes, so 15 hits around there would defeat your character, and then you'll have to start all over again. So like I said before, you are going to want to keep them in the air for as long as possible. And since this weapon has criticals, as you have seen already, I think I've already gotten 2 criticals, they actually die faster, so that's always good. 164 for a critical, and then the Bipolar Bear finishes them off. Also, make sure that your character has good magic, if you can. If you don't have a character that has good magic, it's okay. You could always arrow them if needed and then run away if your agility is at max. You could always use your arrows and just fire away and stand in the corner, and then when they come to push forward, you'll just push back. We'll then go to Barbarian War. Remember to keep air comboing for as long as possible. Your Bipolar Bear will finish them off. If you're more worried about your health, you could use a different pet, like the hawk who finds health around for you, but that is why you had 5 potions, for that reason, to just heal yourself up if you take too much damage. Also, in these beginning levels, you could also level up your character if he's not at a good amount level to start your insane run. You just keep doing this over and over until you could get to the Thieves' Forest and get to the troll boss, where then you could actually power grind your character to max level. Just keep attacking these guys, just keep them in the air for as long as possible. Remember to pick up any health, even if you've only been hit once or twice, just pick up the health. It's better to be fully healed than have a sliver of health, because you'll need as much health as you can for certain areas. And if you can't do it by yourself, you could also ask a friend or add someone online to help you through the hard stages. Just later on in the game, you are going to get to the Necromancer, which is quite a difficult boss fight. As you can see that the bipolar bear is finishing them off when I don't, so I don't have to worry about them, which is absolutely fantastic. Also, careful with their arrows and any magic they throw, because sometimes it does more than their actual physical attacks. So you're gonna want to keep an eye out for that. Just finish them off, pick up the banana, keep pushing forward. So like I said before, if your character doesn't have good magic but you have your agility all the way up, you could always arrow the bosses and push back. But if your character does have good magic, just use it on the boss and you should finish him off pretty quick. On Insane, even if your character has good magic, you will finish him off quick, but it still takes a little bit of time. As you saw, the Fencer still took a couple of seconds, even with all those saw blades, took a couple of seconds to kill. If you don't have the saw blades, or you have the Blue Knight's magic, which just freezes, like I said, you could also just attack regularly, arrow, or magic, but I wouldn't suggest magic if your magic is slow, because you do not want to get hit, die, and then have to do the stage over again. Go forward. Try to also, like I said in the beginning, use a weapon that has critical. The critical strikes really do help out. They do defeat the monsters faster, the barbarians faster. So that's always good. I would suggest to keep your potions on hand. Just remember not to click B, or you will waste your potions. The only reason I suggest keeping them on B is just in case you're about to die, you could quickly click it. If you don't think you're gonna die consistently, I would say keep the arrows. Because with the arrows, you could just shoot the boss and move back. Or attack him regularly. But if your magic is just like the Industrialist or the Fencer, you could just grind it out. Like I said before, also, this boss is good to level up. These beginning stages are good for leveling up. If your character is low and you can't get to the Thieves' Forest, just keep doing the Barbarian boss over and over again to level up your character until you can get to the Thieves' Forest. And if you complete the beginning stages, you should complete the first part on Insane. And then you'll be able to go to the forest entrance. But I will do the forest entrance up to the catfish on the next video. Thank you guys for stopping by. Don't forget to like, comment, or subscribe, and I will see you all next time.